Hi there. It's evening in San Diego. I'm in my brother-in-law's house, Carmen Mangione. By the way, that's Chuck Mangione's first cousin. I'm sitting at his piano and I thought to myself, great idea, let's have a voice lesson. So we're going to review what we do to warm up a voice. First of all, some of you have studied the videos, know that a good tone rings in the ears, pings in the head, and buzzes in the mask. We should have nose in the tone, but not tone through the nose. Okay? Now, a lot of singers do that, but that's not a very exciting or a very pleasant way to sing. We're going to warm up now. Make sure your breath is silent, inward through the mouth, downward and outward, filling all the intercostal muscle set. That is your tummy, front, right in there where your tummy sits, sides, right above the pelvis and below the floating ribs, and the back above the pelvis and the floating ribs. And then, of course, believe it or not, the glutes expand when we sing high notes. Here I am, 73, and I've been talking all day, and I can still do this. Now, you notice when I do that, I didn't look hardly any different than when I'm talking. The mistake singers and speakers are making and have been doing for almost 200 years is as follows. They think you're supposed to have a frontal expansion of extreme mouth-wide shape like this. It doesn't even look natural. We don't even talk that way. I always tease my students and I say, oh, really? So if this is the way we're supposed to sing, then I'll talk that way. Hi, how are you? No. Should be natural. So here we go. We're going to warm up the voice. We start with the yawn side. 3 each vowels, starting with an H in front. 3 of each vowels. I'll start with who. It's the easiest. So silent, inward, downward, outward with a breath. And here we go. Ooh. And I let my voice slide down. My head should remain level. My jaw doesn't need to drop any further than gravity would take it, plus maybe a tiny little bit. My larynx, or my Adam's apple, needs to stay right there. So what I do, if I'm not sure it's going to do that, is I'll put my pointer finger on the side of the pointer rather, on top of the Adam's apple on the bump. And then I gulp. That tells me when I'm done gulping, that's where it belongs. Should stay there. So here we go. 3 who's. Ooh. Now you do 1. Next. Ooh. You do 2. And 3. Ooh. Now next, we're going to do he. Notice my mouth stays almost the same shape because vowel shapes are done inside the mouth primarily, not on the outside like barbershoppers teach. You know, E, A, A, O, U. No, sir. Here we go. 3 he's. I do 1, you do 1. Hey! Your turn. Next. Hey! Now, number 3. Hey! Next would be hey. Hey! 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 Now we do ha. Most people will do this, and they're taught by most of the coaches today to do this. You had who, he, hey. Now you do ha, and you're supposed to do this. Ha, no. Natural would be ah's internal, just like the oo and the e and the a. Ha! Your turn. My turn. Ha! we just have one more. Ho. Now remember, when you're doing the vowel sound ho, you don't make it like an English O, because there's what's called at the end of it a diphthong. If you don't know what that is, a diphthong means that there's a little bit of a turn, a vowel mutation at the end of the biggest part of the vowel. For example, home. You hear the little oo at the end? Home. We'd want to do it like Italian does it. Home, 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 home. Now I'm opening a little too much. I forgot. And I've been doing this for over 50 years. Oh. So about maybe a pinky's width in between your teeth. Oh. And one more. Oh. I have allergies, and that kind of makes it a little hard to do it, but I'm still free. Larynx is low, not pushed low, just comfortably at the end of the gulp, naturally low. I lift in my cheek muscles, which opens the nasal labials. One of the ways that you can get those to raise, if you're not sure how to do it, because most of the people will try to do this. Don't need this, need this. So smell something you like to smell. And you feel that coolness? That's the nasal labials opening up. And do you know that God gave us 46 resonating chambers? That means little caves of different sizes in our head to ring, ping, and buzz in. So here we go. I'm now going to do what's called a pentatonic descension. I'll start on a G, and I'll do who. Who, I'm going to go up by one key each. So that was a white key G. Now it'll be a black key above it. Your turn. Who again? Warming up the voice by going down, but we're going up a half step each time. If you haven't been singing when I play, start to sing when I play. Right here. I'll do 3 more. If you're not familiar with a keyboard, but you have one or you don't, you can go to the apps and you can load what's called, let's see, what's that called? I have it on my app, and I think I'll look it up real quick. No, I'll tell you what, I'll tell you next time. But there is a little keyboard you can get, but if you don't have one, you have a keyboard and you don't have that app, you start on a G. Now, G is the second to the left, so it's to the left of the second of the 3 black keys. There's a black key, 3 black key set, and you go to a G. And then on up, like we did. And you ought to do this with not just your who, not just your who, but your he, your hey, your ha, and your ho. Once you're done with that, voice should be pretty well warmed up. Those of you who are higher voices or those of you who are women and have naturally higher voices than I do as a man, when I started on that G, you should be on this G above middle C. So you're singing there. Example, women or higher voice, young boys and girls. And then we go up. And up. Keep going. You'll notice my voice wiggles. That's called vibrato. If you don't know what it is, it's not the same as tremolo. Those of you who've done power singing,